Welcome to Growth Hack by Poppy Digital. Tips and tricks to master the algorithms from industry insiders. Now here's your host, Julian Espinoza.
Welcome back to Growth Hack, where we break down marketing channels like Google, Facebook, Instagram, and show them how to make them work for you. TikTok. It's a social media app that has taken the world by storm, now with over 700 million active users worldwide. If you've been considering TikTok, let this episode be your ticket on how to get started. On today's episode of Growth Hack, we bring on the queen of trends, Wave Wild. Wave has built an audience of over 250,000 followers across her social media platforms. She regularly appears on national TV and speaks on top-rated podcasts and social media summits. TikTok content creation can be overwhelming, and Wave is an expert on creating TikToks. We go deep into the trends and how to leverage them. Stay for the whole episode because at the end, Wave has a guide on how to get your first 1,000 followers on TikTok. Welcome, Wave.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I'm very excited to talk about TikTok today.
Oh, yeah.
So to get right into it, why TikTok? Why now?
Absolutely. Okay, so TikTok still has more organic reach than any other social media platform, right? It is a discoverability-based app, and that's never going to change. No other platform is going to give you this exposure and ability to build an audience fast and go viral like TikTok does, right? That is the number one appeal of the app, and it's why people are drawn to it. And TikTok knows that, so that is always going to remain that opportunity for virality. And in particular for business owners, it's really a missed opportunity to get more eyeballs on your products or services. So I have many clients crushing it on TikTok, generating the majority of their leads and making more sales than ever in their business. And that's all organic traffic, right? They're not even using the TikTok ads platform. So there's a really, really huge opportunity to use TikTok as the top of your sales funnel. But of course, you also need to understand the culture of the app, how to make short form videos that resonate with an audience. And those are some of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make.
So I think the big thing I heard in that logic is discoverability. This particular platform, as of today, could change over time, but as of today, it's incredibly, it's a platform where discoverability can happen. Whereas, let's say you were, creating your first Facebook page today, or your first Instagram page, the reach you would have to reach new people, there isn't that level of reach. Whereas with TikTok, you can reach a lot of people in a short amount of time with not as much effort as it would take, or maybe you wouldn't even have to pay to get that reach. Does that sound about right?
Absolutely, exactly. That's the number one appeal of TikTok.
Now, what's really interesting is over this last year, definitely during the pandemic, I've jumped into TikTok to try to learn, as you mentioned, culture, to really understand what's going on in the platform before I brought my clients in. And I'm not going to lie, even as a social media expert, it is overwhelming. So where do you even begin?
When I first joined the app, I was so overwhelmed by all the features, but really excited because of the creativity of the app and the tools that TikTok gives you to explore this creativity. So I'm not going to lie, it's going to take some practice and getting used to making videos in the app. So instead of striving for perfection, just get it done. Just get started, practice making videos, and I promise you will improve. And if you are new to content creation, I suggest you watch and study videos of content creators who you admire or who are successful on the app and really notice what they are doing. So how are they grabbing attention at the beginning of their video? Make notes on how they communicate information or telling a story. What emotions are they playing into? What features and effects are they using on the app? What music? What hashtags? How are they getting engagement? What are they saying in the comments? And then make notes about what do you like about all of that and what do you dislike and how can you see yourself doing it?
Now, it sounds like you're describing trends. Is that right?
Not exactly. No, this is how I learned to make content on the app. I just watched and studied content creators. That's exactly what I did. And then, something else that's really helpful is to save sounds. So when you're scrolling through the FYP and you see a sound that you like, or maybe it gives you an idea, of that you could use that, you want to save that into your favorites folder so that you can start keeping a list of ideas and sounds that you can be using for videos, so that whenever you do your brainstorming, take some time to have, put out all these ideas in your notes, and see if you have audios that you can work that works for them, or maybe the audios themselves give you an idea. Then you can batch create videos and save them into your drafts. Makes it a lot easier.
Let's talk for a second. What's FYP?
The FYP is the main feed in TikTok. It's called the For You page. This is where that discoverability comes into play. So you see all kinds of different videos, and it's basically on the For You page. The algorithm is really monitoring what you like. It wants to show you more content that it thinks you like. So if you start to engage with a lot of like cat and dog videos, I know they're super cute, I get sucked into those, it's going to show you more of that type of content. So it's really, really curating it for your own For You page. So then that way, everybody has a completely different For You page.
So your For You page is a little bit different than what maybe someone experiences on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram and Facebook, you usually see the businesses, your friends, and maybe some sponsored ads that you'd see. But it sounds like the For You page is people you don't know. Does that sound about right?
That is right. These are people that you don't know. They are strangers, and that's one of the big differences I see between Instagram and Facebook. I'm sorry, Instagram and TikTok, is that you don't have that relationship already built. So on the For You page, right, you need to get people's attention. You need to get them to like you. You need to entertain them or educate them, make them feel inspired, make them feel something in order to get them to watch your videos or to get that like or the follow.
So I've spent probably a year now on TikTok just learning the culture, and we're seeing like a lot of different trends. Can you explain these trends and these sounds? What do those mean?
Absolutely. TikTok is an app that is built on trends. There's so many different types of trends. There are trends that are dancing trends. There are trending hashtags. There are trending sounds. There are sponsored or branded trends. But the reason why they are so popular is because trends can help you grow, and why you want to do them is it showcases your personality and it shows that you partake in the spirit of the app. So I would say a lot of the trends are started by the younger generation, but everyone should be participating in trends.
Can you explain to us sounds? I think our audience might want to get a little better definition. What's a sound on TikTok?
For sure. So not every video has music playing. There will be these little sound bites, and people will edit them sometimes from a TV show or a Netflix special like the Bo Burnham trends, where they're taking little snippets of things that he says. Those would be sounds, or people are making or re-editing popular music, or remixing sounds. So there's a lot of, it's not just all music on the app.
Got it. So as an example, I think our audience here in the United States, The Office is a very, very popular show. And Michael Scott is one of the main characters in that show. And I think of trends that I've seen from Michael Scott is pulling the sound of him saying no, where he's like yelling the word no. And then there's another one where he says, "That's what she said." And so this would be, is that what a sound is?
Yes, correct. They come from a lot of popular TV shows, and then people will use that sound and relate it to a joke or a trend, and that's how it kind of becomes a trend.
So trends seem something like for kids. Why should businesses that don't target the younger generation pay attention?
Because, and I said this previously, trends can help you grow. People like to see your take on that trend, your own unique spin on it. They help to showcase personality. Really, it's a personality-driven app. You need to get people to like you, to feel something in common with you, to relate to you, and they really show that you partake in the spirit of the app. Now, not all of your content should be trends. I say just a small part of your content can be trends, but they are definitely something that you want to play into. Like I said, you can put your own unique spin spin on that you can apply to your niche. So very, very crucial. You always have to apply it to your niche because no one wants to watch people doing the same thing over and over. That gets really boring fast, and they're more likely to scroll if they see that trend many, many times on the For You page. So then that video will not perform well.
So I'm convinced, hopefully by now everyone's convinced. I've been meaning to ask you, how did you get the name Queen of Trend Alerts?
Yeah, so queen is a really popular term of affection on TikTok. It's a part of the slang. And just like when someone calls you bestie, you've probably heard that as well. That's also a very common term of affection. So when people started commenting and calling me queen, I saw an opportunity to position myself as someone who predicts these trends that will hit the Discover page and help people grow their account. So I have a background in personal branding, so I understand how important it is to stand out on TikTok because the For You page is a competition for attention, right? Everybody on this app needs a personal brand. They need something that's going to help them be remembered, to give people a reason to follow. So it's really about getting attention and an opportunity for me to stand out from others in my niche.
So in the pre-show, we were talking about trends, and we were discussing how there's some trends that are more viral and more so like kind of influencer based. Can you talk to us about the difference between what you do on your channel with trends and how that relates to businesses and the ones that you choose to highlight?
Trends are so popular on this app and in such high demand that in order to be really, really successful or to have that chance of virality, you want to jump on trends early. So that's before they hit the Discover page, right? The Discover page on the app is where they list all the trending content, what is popular. So you want to get on a trend before it hits the Discovery page because once it does eventually hit the Discover page, most people have actually already seen it or they're tired of it, they're sick of it, they're ready for the next thing. Because, a year ago, trends used to last like 7 to 10 days. Now they last about 3 to 4 because there's such huge demand. So with what I do is I find trends that I predict will hit the Discover page. And I've had a lot of success and very high rate of predicting because I notice in the patterns of what types of trends hit the Discover page and what types of trends are popular. And these are trends that you can apply to any niche. So there are a lot of like what I call POV jokes, a point of view joke. So telling a joke from your point of view or from someone else's point of view. Another thing is that these trends usually require taking an action within the trend. So it's like not just a dance trend where you're just repeating a dance because like I said, that might be fine for people who are in the dance niche, but overall it gets really boring just to see people do the same dance over and over again. Yeah, so these are trends. So I predict trends always that you can apply to any niche on the app. Those are the ones that are most popular because people want to see your spin on it, your joke on it, what you would do with that trend.
What I love about your page is that you're focusing on trends that a business can actually implement themselves. So as an example, I think we talked in the pre-show about dog face. If everyone remembers, there was a man who was drinking cranberry juice, Ocean Spray cranberry juice, and he was on a skateboard and he was listening to Fleetwood Mac. That would be a little bit hard to replicate for a business, right?
Yes, so that was a video that just happened to go viral because a large audience just resonated with it. And because it went so mega viral and everyone knew about it, that people would recreate their own version. I did one myself, I think, on my lawnmower because I didn't have a skateboard. But you need you need some sort of wheels. And I saw people doing roller skates and all kinds of things. Yeah, so I just wanted to make it funny and be like, celebrate the app. But yeah, those ones are a little bit harder. That's not something you're going to see on the Discover page. And it's a little harder to incorporate into your business because, again, you're just kind of repeating something. So yeah, I always recommend those trends that you can apply to your niche and put your own unique spin on.
Love that. So let's have some fun here. I've never done this before. And so you're going to be the first person we're going to test this.
Okay.
I'll pick a trend in a business, and then you tell us how a company can capitalize on that trend and like what a TikTok could look like.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we're recording this around the time of the Olympics. Okay, one of the trends that I've seen popular is, and I don't know, maybe you've seen it. It's the Olympic trend. You'd win a gold medal for. Do you know that trend?
Yeah, actually, I announced that trend just like a few days ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's blowing up.
So it's for our audience. Why don't you tell them what is the trend?
Sure. So in the trend, you use the certain music, which is it's a song from 2011, Mr. Saxo Beat, and in the text you put things I would win an Olympic gold medal for if it was a sport. And then you keep that text up there, and then when the beat drops near the end of the video, you put in text what that would be, like what the joke is. That's the punchline, right? So you do want to make it a little bit funny.
All right. You ready? You ready for the business?
Okay, okay.
An attorney.
All right. So this trend is pretty easy because for any, well, first of all, I'm just going to say for any niche, you would just kind of say what you're the expert in, right? That's what you would win a gold medal for. But let me think. For an attorney, maybe, okay, so say maybe you are a discrimination lawyer. Then I would put for the punchline something like, helping 500 clients win a discrimination case for workplace harassment kind of thing. That's going to show a little bit of credibility and social proof. If it's for like a DUI lawyer, maybe something like, what would you win a gold medal for? Helping my clients overturn their DUI charge.
Wow, those are really creative.
Thank you.
All right. I got another one for you. Okay, here we go. There's a trend, and maybe some people won't know what this trend is, but they can relate to it. So it's a trend, and I don't know if you know about it. It's this one. They do a little. They don't do a dance. They kind of just do some hand motions. But the overall trend is called questions I get asked. Do you know about that one?
Yeah, so this one is currently on the Discover page. It's really, really popular trend. It does use what I call the chopping dance. It's a really familiar, really easy dance. So sometimes you just use your hand movements, right? So it's nothing complex at all. So sometimes these really like easy dances will incorporate into a trend. People like them because they're easy to do.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
Pet toys.
All right, so first of all, I'm going to say if you are a business owner doing this trend, you can answer any frequently asked questions you get. So if it was pet toys, or I'm just thinking like dog toys, I would say at the top on the text, right? You're using text here to tell the story, right, with the music. So I would say questions I get asked making dog toys. And then maybe the first question is something like, do you make everything by yourself? And then you can answer that yes or no. And then so there's 3 questions in that trend. How did you come up with the idea for your dog puzzle? And then you can say something like, I would just leave that to a few short words of what the answer is. And then the last one is maybe, where do you sell your products? Really great way to promote yourself. You can put in your website, or you can say shop link in bio, something like that.
I love that. I'm going to add one to it. How about will your toy survive a pit bull?
Oh yeah, that could be a good one. Yeah, so always thinking how can you make these a little bit more entertaining and interesting to the viewer.
Now I know you have a guide to get your first 1,000 followers, so I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about that guide.
For sure. So you can get my guide. It's called 7 Steps to Get Your First 1,000 Followers on TikTok. Why is that number important? Because at 1,000 followers, you can start to live stream on the app. Also, if you are on the creator account, you cannot put a link in your bio until you hit 1,000. So it is a little bit of a milestone marker on TikTok. So there's 7 steps in there. It's very actionable. And I hope that helps you.
Absolutely. How would someone get there?
Yeah, so I will give you the link, and you'll put that in the show notes.
Absolutely. I'll put it in the show notes. Is there a quick way to access it from your website? Like, how does someone reach you in that case?
You can also check out my website, which is just my name, wavewild.com, WAVEWYLD.com.
We'll have the first 1,000 follower guide in the show notes. And Wave, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.